Hello friends. So you got your Canon M50, or maybe that was your New Year resolution, or you just want to gear up, getting out of the phone, and you wanted a mirrorless camera, and one of your choices was to get the M50. So today, this is not a review of the camera, but it's just a feedback on my experience using the Canon M50. This video has two parts. So the first part, I'm going to give you some items that you need to get yourself to be more productive using the Canon M50. The last is actually my true experience using the Canon M50. So let's get to it. The first item that I think will help you to be most productive or using your Canon M50 is this item. So this is the quick release. I really love this because with a Canon M50, right now it's mounted to the tripod, and assuming that I ran out of the battery and I need to change the battery, using the traditional mounting that comes with a tripod, you actually have to remove that mounting adapter, and it just takes a lot of time. But with this quick release, it's kind of easier for you to do that. All you have to do, you just press here and then you remove it. This is how quick it is. And to put it back, it just snaps in. Once you hook this into the camera, it stays on the camera. You don't even have to remove this anymore. And this hooks into the tripod. You just leave it on the tripod and that's it. And also the advantage of this is that you will be removing and replacing either the battery or the SD card without you worrying about taking this apart to do the exchange. So this is a very quick, small item, but will take the productivity of using the Canon M50 to the next level. The next item I have on the list is this mounting adapter. This adapter will help you to use a large range of Canon lenses which are out there, because the Canon M50 requires the M mounting lenses, but most of the lenses that you have out there only have the F mounting. They don't have the M mounting, and the Canon M50 requires the M mounting. The next item is kind of similar to the adapter, but with the characteristic of enabling you to use the full potential of the lens that you use. For example, if I use only this adapter, it will crop the image, but if I use a speed booster, it will give me this feel that you are seeing currently. The next item on my list is actually the stuff that you are seeing behind me. You can see how it's popping. It gives a great pop in the background, and that is the light. And that light, I can actually change the colors that you are seeing behind. I really love it because it's easier to set up and easier to change the color depending on how you want it. So I can play around with the colors. You can see it changed to green. I can play around, go to blue, and I can change it. I can change how I want it to look like and all that. You can see yourself how great this light is. I really love it. All of these items are in the link in the description below. Moving on, the second part of this video is about my experience using the Canon M50. I'll be very quick. It's not a review of the camera, but it's just something that I discovered and I think I will have to address it. The Canon M50 comes with the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. That lens, throw it in the bin, period. Don't use that lens, throw it in the bin. Invest into a better lens. So there are two lenses that I am going to recommend for you. If you really want to get the most out of your Canon M50, buy the Canon 50mm lens, which is what I'm using currently, and using the speed booster. All together, you have this nice view that you are looking at right now. For pictures, I think for pictures it does a great job, but for videos, either it's 4K, either it's 1080p, it's not quite there. Especially me, with my taste, with what I wanted to achieve using the Canon 50, I was really disappointed. It's a great camera, if you just doing stuff like this one. I'm just talking to the camera. There isn't a lot of motion. There isn't a lot of focus on item. For example, I do a lot of DIYs, and when I do DIYs, sometimes I really need to get a detail of the item that I am shooting. And with the Canon M50, unfortunately, especially if you look at the video, my very first video that I put, the video that I published, if you look at the video where I unveil my new ride, which is the red car that you see on my video, I shot those using the Canon M50 with the lens that comes with the camera, the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. I'm telling you, the image is blurry, and this is the Canon itself. It's the Canon software. It comes like that, and there is nothing much you can do. You can use high-end. Well, I didn't use really high-end lens, but if we take an example of the Canon 50 millimeter lens, it's really sharp. It's a sharp lens. It's very advanced lens, but it's just not giving you that sharpness of the video if you don't have good lighting. Even if you are shooting outside, still you can play around with the ISO. The more you go with the ISO, you can use the polarizer and all of that. It's just not quite there. That's really where this camera falls short for me. The next is the practicality. The Canon M50 disappoints me when it comes to the battery life. The battery life is not that good. I ended up buying, I think, 4 extra batteries, and when I do DIY, our DIY could go up to 2 hours, just because when you are filming and doing DIY, it just takes longer. And with the Canon M50, I need more battery life, and I have to get 4 extra batteries just to help me whenever I'm doing my job, and it's easier to just replace the camera. So the battery life, it's really bad with the Canon M50, and unfortunately there isn't nothing you can do. That's what you get with the camera. And yeah, those are really just my feedback about the Canon M50. Overall, it's a great camera, especially if you're just doing vlog, especially not being too far from the camera, like really close like this, and also you have good lighting, you'll get great video with the M50. But if you really go to the gritty details of the camera, you'll be disappointed like me. There you have it. These are the things, just a recap. I listed about 3 to 4 items that you need to buy. Actually, you need to add to your photography gadget so you can get most out of your Canon M50. Make sure you get those ones. They will really help you to be more productive with the Canon. And the shortcomings of the Canon M50 that I explained to you, I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, leave in the comments. I always respond to to everyone who comments, and I love reading your comments. And tell me, what item do you think, if someone looking to get the most out of the Canon M50, do you think they should get? Whether it's settings, whether it's the gadget, let me know in the comment below. And I hope you learned something. Catch you on the next one.